Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Quantum Leap. Today's topic is about the power of knowledge and education. And this episode is extremely special to me because I'm going to share a little bit about my story and why I am super committed to business education, human capacity development, international trade expansion. You see, I grew up in the world of the academia, in the world of university. In fact, my late father was part of the leadership team of establishing two Nigerian universities, two great universities. So in his lifetime, it was actually what we call the bourser, the financier, the money manager for establishing two universities. So I grew up in a home where two universities were established from start to finish. And even I went to one of those universities. I attended one of those universities for my first degree in mathematics and computer science. Also, I have a second degree that I achieved here in the US, information systems from Central Michigan University. Not only that, my husband is also a university professor at Wheaton College. He teaches chemistry. So every day he's busy preparing the minds of future leaders. And for me, having been a business executive, even now I serve on the board of a public company. I work with business and government leaders around the world. I host international trade summits, world leaders around establishing economic development. Even this show is in partnership with the city of Aurora to educate, business owners, to expand and expose them to other opportunities to grow internationally and even locally, the global economy, to be participating there. So you can actually say that I am knee-deep when it comes to knowledge transfer, knowledge acquisition, and I deeply understand the power of developing the minds of people to create skills, to develop skills that would allow us to be more productive and creative. But what I'm seeing today, the pros and cons, in the world of content management and unstructured information that is rampant around the world, is that the generation that is rising up in this world, they are missing something powerful about structured instructional transfer of knowledge. Also, what I've seen, and this is one of the passionate things why I established my own academy for entrepreneurs, is that when I left corporate working as a strategist for Fortune 1, literally the largest company in the world, Walmart at the headquarters, designing strategy, strategic plans, supply chain logistics, the most advanced, sophisticated platforms in the world. I came into entrepreneurship realizing that the world of academia had missed a key component of human capacity development, the ability for people to take their ideas, their knowledge, their skills, and take it directly into the marketplace to create wealth. The world of academia primarily continues to serve existing industries versus enabling those who will create the industries of the future, wealth creation, knowledge. And that's the gap I've filled with my school, with my books, with my resources, with my TV show. What I want to talk to you about today is the power of structured education, power of knowledge transfer in a directed way, because the world of content is leading to more confusion, because consuming massive amounts of knowledge does not mean people will be able to synthesize that knowledge and extract actionable data, what we call actionable data, information that you can take specific actions on and achieve specific impact and results in the world. Unstructured knowledge still has to be synthesized because the human mind needs clarity, direction, instruction on what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. And that in of itself is what is premium. Massive amounts of content and information is everywhere, but the human mind now has to do so much work to convert that knowledge into actionable data that humans can take action and meaningful information on. And not everybody is trained to teach themselves what it is they need to do and how to do it in order to get specific results. Here comes the power of education, right? The power of educators and education is that people who have studied knowledge and extracted meaningful knowledge and then can pass it around in an instructional way. We must never lose sight of the power of structured knowledge transfer. Yes, there's massive amounts of content, but what I'm seeing is that people are being overwhelmed. The human mind of an average person is not designed to synthesize volume data. In fact, the people that are trained to synthesize information, so for example, I have a math background. Part of our training is to see patterns of meaning, to weed through the noise, and then to identify what's important. What does this mean for you and I? How do we move the world forward? Yes, massive amounts of content must still become actionable for it to be useful to the human mind. And so many people are drowning beneath content consumption, and yet they're not able to find their way in life to create success in life and business. So it's sad to watch it. Now, one thing I'm going to also share more in a philosophical way is why knowledge is important. What knowledge is your wealth. I'm going to explain why knowledge is your wealth. And then, like I'm sharing right now, the principle of education is transfer of knowledge in a way that is actionable, in a way that is useful, in a way that is transformational, where we don't drown people beneath volume of information that they cannot act upon. So the first thing I want to share with you is that knowledge is a bridge. It takes us from the realm of the known into the realm of the unknown. Anytime you need to drive impact in a space that you're not knowledgeable on, the human mind is going to struggle to unlock knowledge. This is what we talk about enlightenment, consciousness, is that the human mind must be opened, right, with knowledge base in the area in which it wants to create and it wants to be productive. So if you want to be productive, if you want to create a certain type of result in a space, you must become a student of that realm. If you want to be a pilot, if you want to function as a pilot, you must first become a student. You must first submit yourself to acquiring the knowledge and developing the skill that will help you perform the results you want to perform. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, every area, every sphere of impact is combined, comes with knowledge base. And the human mind must be exposed to how, when, where things are done in that space. And what I see is people standing back and expecting magical. Listen, the concept of knowledge acquisition is not magical, it's specific. Is directional, is intentional, is that the moment you decide you want to be successful in a subject area, the first thing you must do is become a student of that area. You must humble yourself and submit yourself to studying what it takes to create in that realm. And if people do not submit themselves to study, to learn, to become a student, confusion, right? Because you're not going to know what to do. Do you turn left? Do you turn that, right? It's just, for example, if you want to fish. At the end of the day, anybody that learns how to fish and practices it can fish. But if you don't study it, if you don't become a student of fishing, and if you don't learn how to do it in practical ways, if you don't train your body to develop the skills to get the result, you can stay in the theory of fishing is simple. Yes, fishing is simple to those who become a student and excel in fishing. So the human mind is able to do incredible things. However, if it is not trained with clarity, given direction and instruction, people are not able to be productive or creative in this space. So it is a bridge from the known to the unknown. In the realm of what you know, you can do. In the realm of what you don't know, you cannot do. That's how the human mind is. Knowledge is also an activator. It awakens us to new, greater possibilities. The right knowledge will wake people up. When we talk about motivation, inspiration, transformation, is that there are certain things that we need to all share with one another that helps us see a greater future that does not exist today. When you can dream of bigger, of more, humans can create more when they can see it, know it, dream of it. So the knowledge within you of a potential future, of a possible future, will wake you up to create that future. And so when people don't aspire or think or learn, where's the future going? I remember as a strategist at Fortune 1 Walmart, part of the exercise and the activities we used to perform as a strategist is to attempt to look into the future. Where is the world going 3, 4, 5 years from now? Where's technology going? Digital acceleration, digital adoption. And our attempt was to make sure when that future arrived, we were going to be relevant. The company was going to have the enabling capacity to still be useful and valuable to that future world. The ability to seek knowledge about the future. What does the future look like? To understand the skills of the future, the world of the future, and making sure you enable yourself, you gain the skills that will help you to be able to contribute towards creating in that future, contributing to that future. Knowledge is an activator to dreaming bigger. Knowledge is an activator to learning more. Knowledge is what moves and transforms the world that we live in. People who dream about the future lead people into that future. When you believe in the future you see, and you're able to communicate and raise people and inspire people to help create that future arrives. The world we're living in today was inspired by the creativity and innovative minds of people. And the world of tomorrow, would you be part of that creative exercise? Knowledge activates us. Knowledge transforms creativity. When we know within ourselves what's possible, we can begin to train ourselves to create what's possible. You see, some people will create the past. Some people are creating right now. Some people will create the future and present it to the world and say, hey, here it is. We've innovated, we've transformed. We want you to live in that world. This is the world we dreamt of for you, right? For example, Facebook will dream about the metaverse, the future where you were, gadgets, AI. Listen, this world is dreamt of by humans that can think and can expand the realm of knowledge, the realm of reality. So knowledge will inspire you to create and to produce greater results. Knowledge also encourages us to drive impact, because when you see it and others cannot see what you see, it is now your duty to educate other people, to help other people see what you're seeing, to help other people know what you know, to help other people awaken to what's possible. That's leadership. Knowledge allows people to lead other people into greater realms of possibility. So I want to challenge you that the knowledge that you know, the things that you think is possible, and if you're in a place where the people around you do not see what you see, it is your responsibility now to educate the world, meaning to transfer the knowledge you embody to the people around you. So everybody can see what you see, everybody can know what you know, everybody can march forward and follow you into that future. But most people don't want that responsibility, because knowledge brings you a great deal of responsibility, because now you must be in service of transferring that knowledge. Most people who don't want to be in service of transfer of knowledge will complain. You see something that needs to be done, it's not done, and you think it's the responsibility of other people to do it. But they don't know what you know. They cannot see what you see. They don't believe what you believe. Don't be that person that complains. See it as a mandate. That when you're gifted to see the world a certain way, in your own unique way, That is a gift to the world, and part of that gift is for you to transfer and share what you know, and to share it in a way that people can understand. Knowledge makes you wealthy, because the practice of sharing what you know that other people do not know enlightens other people, and is extremely valuable. Because when people have questions in their minds, they are lacking knowledge to solve their own problems. So when you become someone that embodies the answers to other people's knowledge, guess what? You become more valuable to that world. When you study, when you equip yourself with massive amounts of knowledge, that becomes the answer to the plight of others, that you become a solution provider when you can enlighten other people and show them the way. It's like a lighthouse. When others are traveling in the world, lost in the dark, you become a light that enlightens them, that say, you know what? Go in this way. Don't go in the way of destruction. Go in the way of enlightenment. Turn right. Don't turn left, because you can see what they cannot see. Knowledge allows you to bring your wealth of knowledge to serve other people, to rescue other people, to guide other people, to empower other people. And this is a great responsibility that everybody needs to share today. Because when you look around you, so many people are in pain and struggling. And I'm asking, where are the ambassadors that will guide the future generation, that will equip the future generation? Because I actually speak, again, as somebody who was immersed and raised by administrators of knowledge, people who cared deeply about the enlightenment and the capacity of humans, establishing platforms of learning where people could come in and learn and expand knowledge so that they could perform at a higher realm. I've seen it, I've lived it, and I'm honored to be part of that mandate, even as my husband as well commits every day to teaching chemistry, inspiring the next generation in the world of science. Knowledge helps us create a more successful life. You see, I have seen so many people struggle simply because of ignorance, not knowing. For example, when I teach all this human science, the science of spirituality, entrepreneurship, I've seen people's eyes glow suddenly when they realize, oh, that's actually easy. Many people suffer for simply not knowing how to remove their own pain and struggle. So knowledge is one of those things that we must never, ever undermine, because it helps us create a more successful life. In our relationships with others, in the way we feel about ourselves, the way we think about the world, when we invest in seeing the hopeful side of reality. You see, there's knowledge of what's going wrong, there's knowledge of what's going right, there's knowledge of what could be a better future. And in of itself, we have to commit to sharing hopeful knowledge, knowledge that inspires people to be greater, not less. Because as humans, we are designed and created to operate at a higher frequency of order, to bring order to chaos, not to create more chaos. And sometimes, lack of knowledge makes people dwell in the world of chaos. Lack of knowledge breeds more chaos in the world. And that's why we must commit to bringing the world back to a place where everybody feels they're in control of their life and their future. Because when humans feel out of control, things get out of control. But this is the time and the era where we must rise up with a greater knowledge of our potentiality, our power, our rigor, and jointly we must create a greater, more successful reality. Knowledge helps us in our relationships, and knowledge teaches us more about ourselves. I'm extremely passionate about self-education, human design, quantum leap, because when you know yourself and you master yourself, you begin to see your own potential. You begin to see your own power, not powerlessness. Ignorance makes people powerless or feel powerless, incapable of contributing to the world, incapable of sharing and changing the world. You are powerful as an independent person, creating a new world within your own sphere of influence. But we need to help people see that again. We need to help people see how powerful they are, their abilities to bring people together and match the world into a better future. In the world before, everything that we see, you see, was created by people coming together, sharing knowledge, believing in a better future, collaborating, partnering to create that future. And I think we are losing that. And we lose that when we lose trust in one another. When we begin to doubt each other's intentionality, what happens is society breaks down. So we have to build trust. We have to see the best in others. We have to collaborate, and we have to teach each other how to now engage better in a positive way, because the world, the future, requires us to do that. Again, the mind needs clarity, instruction, and direction. One of the things knowledge also does for us is that with knowledge, you actually create yourself. The person you become is 100% connected to what you believe about yourself, what you know about yourself, how you think about yourself, the confidence that you've developed, to engage with the world at large. The knowledge of your own divine nature, the knowledge of what you know. There's this thing about many people don't know what they know, or they don't value the things that they know. But I'm telling you, you are valuable to the world. You've got to see your own value. You've got to invest more in yourself to expand your capacity to contribute value into the world. And then the courage to bring that value and share it and spread it around the world. So that's my motivation for you today, to be a contributing member, positive contributing member to your community, to the world at large, because the world needs us now more than ever to share positive knowledge, to inspire other people, to motivate people to take the right action that will create a better future. Thank you so much for joining me on this special episode of Quantum Leap. I'm your host, Toyin Umesiri, author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur. I hope you check out my website and learn more about the great work that we're doing around the world. God bless you. Bye for now. Thank you.